Okay, so now I will explain the deck in further detail. So I did tweak a little the numbers. As I said, you can actually tweak a little all the numbers. You can either play Tormentor, but it's another card that can cost you a little more plus than the other. I did went for the Quash. So instead of the Tormentor, um, if you don't have enough to also buy the Tormentor, you can just play Burn in the main deck. That's fairly reasonable, especially in a metagame where you see Yotl and Mag Bomb is quite a lot. That is still reasonable to play that. So this deck is all about having one drop into double one drop into Warlord or some bursty damage with Crackling Bolt and Burn. So there is tons of one drop. First Quash, this is key to the deck. This guy is super aggressive. If you get start with double of them and that's 6, you pretty much win on turn 3. That's the thing. And that is synergizing quite well with a hero power as well. You can give him +1 attack. That's also great. Then we got bunch of orcs, which are Savage Rider, Rich Rider, and Fierce Warlord. So Savage Rider and Rich Rider are really like cheap, aggressive troops. That's fairly simple. It's 2-1 for 1 and 2-2 for 1 pretty much every single time. So fairly great. Then there is soloists that allow you to actually go even faster if you play it on turn 1. And then there is the troop that got speed, which is really important to have a really aggressive start with Quash Rich Tusker, and that's where you can actually on turn 2 attack with 2 troops and already use the Quash Rich Tusker ability, which is giving a pump in attack to another attacking troop. So we are really low on shard, so it's 17 shard. You don't need more because you are really aggressive and you can see the curve, it is really low. You can maybe play 18 shard if you have more plat and if you actually don't want to play that much budget. You can play Tormentor. You can play by playing Tormentor you will have even more orcs to actually play the Quatch Ridge Rabble, which is the orc shard, which might allow you to, when you hit the third shard, to be able to give rage to some of your orc, which is great. What else? Then yeah, in the sideboard, so I did have a sideboard. Since I removed Tormentor, I decided to go for something as pricey as Tormentor, approximately, which is Heroic Outlaw. Heroic Outlaw is great with Inferno. As I said, Inferno is key to the sideboard because in lots of matchup you will put them in as soon as you're on the play. Unless it's pretty much Yotl Burn and Bombers, and everything else you put them in, pretty much. Then there is Crimson Bolt, really important against the vampires. I will even probably just cut a cleave and put one more Crimson. Um, and Outlaw then is great with Inferno and against those aggro deck. Even if you don't put Inferno in against Yotl or against Bombus, you might be able to just steal enough game with Outlaw to make them worth being in the sideboard. If budget was not an issue, I would run Rubble. I would run that over Vortex, that's for sure. I would run that. Uh, I will show you after. We'll do a fair session with that deck, and then we'll tune it to make it a little bit more, uh, probably a little bit more consistent. Because here you might just die to someone playing Heatwave, which is sometimes not the case with other version. At the moment, the count is up to 16, and if you play Tormentor, it's up to 20. So it's a decent number. So more than enough. You got Savage Rider, Rage Rider, Quash, and Fierce Warlord, and Tormentor in some situation. So, alright. I think that was it for the presentation of this budget deck. And I will continue actually explaining some of the removal. Otherwise, it will be a really short presentation, right? So there is also then Burn and Bolt, which allow you to actually kill your opponent, even if he really fast extinction you or heatwave you, and also some late addition in those Urgnock is Suppressive Fire, which allow you to get through, for example, Bumblebot that were left in defense. And same thing for Crashing Blow. So you do have 8 actions that allow you to get through Blocker, and 7 Burn Spell to finish off the job. And all the rest is just full of 1-drop and Fierce Warlord to pump the team. So, alright, that was it for the presentation. And let's jump into the ladder.